Welcome to Lunch with a Life Coach. I am Deanna, a life coach and wellness expert. And one of the things that I have been doing this year is trying to make life coaching a little bit more accessible for everyone. And whether that is accessible with your time that you're spending, with finances that we are spending, etc. Really looking to say, how can we share the wisdom and the gifts of life coaching with other folks and creating an opportunity every week, Wednesdays at noon. I get together with some awesome folks. It's drop in. So sometimes some people come, sometimes more, sometimes fewer. The right people show up on the right day. And we chat about, yes, I have a topic prepared, and it's super interesting to actually see where that topic actually goes and what challenges, what thoughts are on the hearts and minds of the people that show up. And that's the direction in which we go. Now, not everybody can join us on Wednesdays, of course, at noon. And if that's something you would like to do, pop over to my website, deannalangfordcoaching.com, subscribe, you get all that great information and you get your Zoom link, etc. on Wednesday mornings at 6 a.m. Now, that said, not everybody can join us on Wednesdays at noon. So what we're going to do is we're going to take some of that great information that we've discussed and dug into on a Wednesday and share it here in video format. So it is available to you, ready to go whenever it is that you might be ready. Now, step one, I had gone back and looked at the long list of topics that we have been talking about this year. And I thought, where do I even begin? So where I begin is at the beginning. That is, I want us to think about self-acceptance and self-awareness. These two components are really key for us to move forward. Now, you are going to hear me talk about health, wellness, a boatload of fitness analogies. That is actually my background. Where things began was in the fitness field, actually in the martial arts world ages ago, and segued into the fitness field. And here I am 20 some odd years later. And when we are really helping folks get where they want to go, as I say, healthier, stronger, and faster, we have to think about, first of all, accepting who we are, where we are, the mistakes that we've made, the successes that we've had, all of that, like the good, the bad, the ugly, right? Because it has made us and brought us to the point that we are. And then when we sit in that self-acceptance, we can begin to, what do we need? Do we need to forgive ourselves, recognize ourselves, celebrate ourselves, to move forward and become now self-aware? What do we need to do to get out of our own way? Because, Taylor Swift said it best. I'm not a huge Taylor Swift fan. I'm kind of neutral on the topic. She's great. I think it's amazing that a young woman has been able to influence so many things in so many ways. I think that's awesome. And that being said, to quote her, "Hi, it's me. I'm the problem. It's me." And that's what I really want you to think about. When you're facing a challenge, and whatever kind of challenge that is, whether it's career, family, something more personal, something more public, whatever the case is, I want you to think about how you need to take responsibility. And although, of course, all the things that happen to us are, not all of them are our fault, not all of them are within our control. And the truth is, we are still required, responsible to do the work to get through those, past those, around those, move with those, whatever way that needs to look for you. So I want you to ask yourself a question when you're faced with some kind of challenge. Stop to say, what am I doing or not doing that can really help here? What am I doing? For example, what do I, let's dive into a fitness analogy, right? So if you're trying to get more physically active in whatever way that works for you and your body, then you might say, hey, what am I doing? What am I doing that's really contributing to this goal of increasing my fitness level? Well, what are you doing? Ask yourself, what are you doing? You are putting your shoes by your front door. You are throwing a pair of socks in those shoes so they are ready for you at 9 a.m. on your Monday morning when you're getting ready to do your walk, right? You are creating great habits that will support you in doing that walk or that activity. What am I not doing? What am I not doing? What am I not doing? I am not, let's say, setting my alarm early enough. I'm not getting up early enough. I'm not prioritizing the rest of life and responsibilities, etc. Maybe. I don't know. These are just things for us to think about. So what am I doing or not doing? How do I take responsibility in this situation to help me move through this challenge? This is really where self-awareness is so key, right? When we are in our own way, and hi, it's me, I'm the problem, it's me. And that's oftentimes, right? We want a behavior change, and yet we're sitting in this comfortable, cozy spot that we're like, oh, I don't really want to, to do this, to grow here, to get to this point, I have to give up some of that comfort. So what am I not doing? I'm not willing to give up some of that comfort, right? So it's really to think about, coaching is all about asking great questions to help pull the information and those great answers out of you. So when you're along for this journey, and our Lunch with a Life Coach is not so long, it is meant to be lunch and learn style, if that's something that you're familiar with. You can grab a snack or tea or your lunch or whatever the case is, and kind of listen as you're having your your lunch, etc. So I want you to think about what are some of those topics that really sit on your heart. And if you want, join me live, and we go on Wednesdays at noon. That's Eastern Standard Time. And we can chat, of course, and have a little bit more dialogue and talk a little bit more. And I can learn a little bit more about those challenges. And for folks that aren't able to do that, then what are some of the topics that you would love to discuss? Put them in the comments. I would love to hear that. Always happy to, create content around what people really need. So today, when you're facing your challenge moving forward, I need you first to think about self-acceptance. I am doing the best that I can with the skills, tools, and abilities I currently have, and I want to do better. I need to do better. That's where we begin to shift to the self-awareness, right? What am I doing or not doing that's helping or hindering this situation? What do I need to keep doing, start doing, stop doing, right? Taking responsibility. And that's really when things really start to flourish. When we're like, yeah, I'm tired of my BS in this area. I'm going to get out of my own way, and I'm going to start to take action on the thing that I really need to be doing instead of scrolling on my phone, or instead of watching TV, or whatever the case is. I'm going to begin to take action to help me move towards what it is that I really want. I will see you back soon. Have a great rest of your day.